to me that I'll give them an hour or 2 hours before I'm about to do it. But you know what? Hey, here I am. I'm gonna sit here and uh, and talk truth. Those things that are going around in our world, and wait for your comments. So it's always going to be questions and answers regardless what I do when we talk. It's always going to be questions and answers, and I'm always open. It's a crazy world. Let's get into this. Man, I had a crazy weekend. You know, very crazy. Crazy people I have to work with and deal with every day. I'm gonna sit here and wait for you guys to get on here. That's what I do. Just wait. At the end of the day, when you get done listening to my lives or watching my videos, you get to go to bed and you have something that's gonna sit there and you get to think about it. And after it gets done marinating and all that, you have good information. That's what I do. I give good information. And you can take it, eat the meat, spit out the bones, chew on the gristle, on the cud. Come on, man. Good information. And that's what I present, just good information. It's not like, hey, it's actually weird. You could watch different news and different things going on, and people are going to feed you all this information. That's just crazy. And a lot of it's not logical or common sense. It's crazy. You can go on Google, or when you go on your phone, automatically Google sends you messages or news. And it's crazy. Weird, stupid shit like, oh, Mike Tyson got punched in the face by Hezbollah. Some stupid stuff. Or we have an alien mothership sending out drones or to our Earth. Weird shit. But you know what? What you get here is real life, real things that are going on, and we talk about it. It's not like I have to make something up. I'm just speaking the visual of what's really going on. Come on, let's really get into it. Yeah, just a long day. One of those days. I have a couple subscribers that I subscribe to. Like Making Shooties. He did a video a couple hours ago. Just with Western world and all that, you know? And it's very interesting just listening to his video. I went 75% to the video, and I was like, man, I already know what you're talking about. I got it, man. I don't even have to finish the full video. I grabbed a certain percentage. I'm like, dude, I totally get what you're talking about. And I really enjoy hearing someone that I can relate to, which is he's another part of the world, I'm another part of the world, but hey, we have similarities that we can like bounce off each other, and that's great. I'm gonna let these lives go and wait for you guys to all come in. I'll be here for a minute, let it play. So you guys got comments, drop them. It's so crazy when I have to work on my iPhone versus being on my laptop. So different. So it's like when I get your messages, it's right there, and I have to do all this weird stuff. Having my laptop set up, yeah, man, yeah, it's so much easier. So much easier. I wait till you all get in here because you know what? I like to talk about my day, things that I do, people I work with, just things you deal with living in America. What you gotta do, right? Good things to talk about because I know you all had your work day, you all go through stuff, and it's good to talk about it. And it's hard to let it out because you're in your bed, you're thinking about it. You're trying to put the pieces to the puzzle together. Why this happened? Why? I'll tell you why a lot of things happen. It's just crazy why a lot of things happen. You're like, man, I'm in my own country and all this weird shit just happens. So, it's good to talk about it. Mm-hmm. I try not to repeat myself a lot, so that's why I just like just kind of hang out for a little bit, talk a little bit. So when you guys get on here, you're not missing anything. You're getting all the meat. You're getting all the meat. You're not just getting some milk. You're getting some meat, and we're able to converse back and forth. So that's why I kind of just chill, let it go, and we talk. That's just kind of how I feel like it works best. Like I said, I'll sit here for a little bit, for the next 30 minutes, and then I'll start talking, wait for y'all to come in. Those have been subscribed or not subscribed, welcome, welcome. I got a lot of new stuff going on my page, man. A lot of new stuff. And a lot of stuff you see, I do some Gypsy Crusader, you know, come on, man. I've been doing it for like the past two years and some change. And it's just awareness, you know. And I'll drop a couple videos of his old stuff and I talk about him. I've been doing this for the past 2 years, but that's not what my page is all about. It's not all about Gypsy Crusader. But I do post his stuff on there. And that's fine. I'll post his stuff on there, but that's not what my page is all about, you know. My page is basically talking about my people and bettering ourselves and get to the next level. And to know who you are. And those might find out, hey, I understand you. And, you know, that's what I've been looking for. And this is what I've been going through. And that's what I talk about, man. I just educate. And that's my purpose. I know my purpose, why I'm on this earth, why I'm here, and what I'm supposed to do is to educate, give information. I'm all about information. What is my purpose? My purpose is to give information to my people, those that are the same cloth, and teach us how to move forward and understand everything that's around us. And that's what I talk about. If you watch my videos, you'll have an understanding of why I do what I do. And, you know, I have workouts, I do a bunch of different stuff. But the main purpose is for my people. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but this is what I talk about. And that's why it's not that popular, and I don't care about that. I just like to spread a message of truth and what we've learned and through our education system in America is very interesting because you're given half truths. And I like to give information to tell you that what you've learned, you have to unlearn. If that answers your question. I speak out that I don't like to say white people, but my Caucasian people, you need to be more tribal. Just like everybody else is tribal. We used to be tribal. But you got laxed. You got relaxed. And now everyone is looking at it like, hey, you guys are weak because you guys are like quiet. They don't want us the way we used to be. Like, we see situations happen. We are a peaceful people. I'll tell you this. We are a peaceful people. We react when we see a situation happen. Yeah, let's talk about that. And if you're living in America, you think white people, you automatically think of Nazi. That's your first reaction. White people are all Nazis or this. But give me a second real quick. I'll come back to this. You're taught this from the American media. Oh, these people are bad. It's taught in our history books. And you're taught this as being Caucasian and young, that these people are bad. So it teaches you to hate yourself. Yeah, very interesting. But if you have a brain, you could like sift through everything, eat the meat, spit out the bones, just with everything. You can't just say, okay, this is this because this is what the media or the news is telling you. We all know now. Come on, man, you guys all figure it out. If you guys haven't figured it out, I don't know what to tell you. Common sense is how you gotta look at things. Common sense. Just common sense. You know, a lot of people don't have that. You don't have to be the sharpest tool in the shed or have the highest logic. Just look at things as common sense. You have your own area where you live at, and they're telling you, these people are bad, these people are bad. And they're feeding this on the news. You have the school system, everybody's telling you this is bad. Use your brain. What are these people doing? Who are these people? And you'll find out that there's people that are in these countries that love each other, their family, and they're not with their government or they're not doing the same thing. They don't think like that. What's being fed. And then you get the whole idea that all these people are bad. All these people are bad. Okay? Think about it. All these people are bad. But they have families and they think how we think. We take care of our family, we go to work, we make sure our family's okay, and we're not happy with what's going on in the system. We're not happy with that. But it seems like we have no control of it. We have no control of it, right? It seems like that. It matters what country you're living in, right? Like if you're in America, they say it's a democracy. And it's not a democracy. It's not a democracy. Explain to me how it is. If it was a democracy, then the people would have some say. But it don't seem like we have some say because we have somebody that's above us, supposedly above us, that has the final say with your money and your ideals. So they're able to say, hey, this is the way it's supposed to be and this is the way it's going to happen. I'll tell you this. If all my taxes are going to a certain place, like my taxes should be going to like the streets, the roads, areas to fix up. But I'll tell you this, when I'm driving down the road, it's like this. I'm bumping. It's bumping around. You know why it's bumping around? Yeah. Barshin, like we have to cuck our souls out for less purpose. Exactly. Come on, man. You know what I'm talking about? We are not living in a true democracy of what they're saying. You have Arnold Schwarzenegger coming out there with videos going live where he has it coming from the side. It's all edited. Come on, man. And it sounds all good because they planted this from the beginning. They use these celebrities to come into politics, and they're able to have a hold on your mind because, hey, guess this? That's Conan. That's the barbarian. So people listen to that. That's a bunch of crock of shit. You know? He's like, hey, in Germany, this happened and they're bad people. Really? You tell me the people in Germany are bad people? Come on, man. Let's get at that. Let's really talk about that. Look at what they were trying to implement. Look at the implementation. Look at the implementation. If you can't look at that, it's like mathematics. You look at things. Closing borders. Making sure your people are taken care of. Making sure your people are making money. I'm so tired of hearing how they blame every German soldier. Exactly. I know. Hey, they got these new videos right now where they're like, oh, captured German soldiers, and they show their faces. They just did what anyone would do during an invasion. You're doing your job. You're doing your job. So I'm trying to re-message at the same time. I'm telling you this. You're doing your job for your country. But a lot of people don't understand there's all these other things going on within war. And if you don't know the logistics, how can you really talk about it? Learn the logistics of what's really going on. Germany was doing a lot of stuff in Israel, building buildings, doing all this stuff. Look it up. Fact check me. Look it up. They're building buildings, doing all this other stuff over there. Look at the structure, the infrastructure. Look it up. You go, oh, damn, that's interesting. And then all that bullshit happened. If anything happens to a white person, nobody cares. But everybody cares if it's a Jew or a Negroid or a mestizo, a Mexican, or Asian. Everybody cares. It's all crazy. But when you do about white people are just like, hey, fuck the white people. That's the way it is. Fuck the white people. Yeah, truth. So much truth. So, if something happens to a white person, nobody cares. But to anybody else, check this out. On the news, if somebody gets shot, if it's a white person gets shot or something like that, they don't even really. We're a minority in our own country. Yeah, we are. We are. Which is very interesting. We build civilizations. That's what we do. We have done it from the beginning. My Greeks, my Italians, my German, my Irish. Come on, man. How much more I gotta say? We have done this for thousands of years. This is what we do. And guess what? For what we do, we're getting penalized for it. We're getting penalized. Makes a lot of sense. Those that are sitting on the bench are getting the forefront, and they're looking like, hey, we've done this. We've done all this. Whoa. We have the blueprint. My people has the blueprint. And now you're reading the blueprint, and you were aided to learn how to use it now because it's called diversity. And now you got some understanding, and now you're using it because we had to show you how to connect the dots. And now you think you have a superiority, which is interesting. Let's really talk truth, and I like to talk truth. You know, uh, if your country was so good, why would you go to another country that is doing good and then set up shop and set up taco shops everywhere? And then you fly your flags about your own country, but guess what? Your country's not doing good. Why don't you take care of your country? You're not taking care of your country. You don't give a fuck about your country. Why is it always white people sending money to other countries, but we still look like we're shit and we're taking care of other countries? When I was growing up in the early 1980s, 1985, I was around 5, 6 years old. I would watch videos on TV with a Negroid, black kid, with a pot belly, skinny, with flies coming out the ear, boom, bzzz, and he eating some rice, and yeah, all over his face, eating some rice. And they're saying, hey, give money, send money to these people. What's the majority of people sending money to them people? They're not their own people. It's white people. Caucasians, because they have hearts. They want to send money and take care of these people. But a lot of people don't look at that. How much millions of dollars, look it up, millions and billions of dollars getting sent to Mexico for aid, to the Middle East, all these other countries, but you hate the white man. Who is the white man? Ask yourself that question. Who is the white man? That's the way you got to ask yourself. Who is the white man? People got to understand this. I don't like politics, but I have to be into politics because it affects my check, my work day, whatever I do, my surroundings. So I'm involved into politics. Your money's being played with. Your money's being played with. They could send millions of dollars over to another country, but you didn't even okay that. We did not okay that. But it's sent out. The government could give jobs to their nephews, their cousins, their friend's friend, to be a paper shredder and making $75,000 to $150,000 a year. They make jobs. They create jobs. It's a system. It's a setup. While you're trying to eke your way and trying to figure out a way how to make money. But that's where your money's going. To go to another payroll, paycheck for somebody making up a job, a system, a program. That's the way it's set up. And this is not like some weird thing to where it's like, hey, come on, guys. They call it conspiracy theories. That's why I laugh at it. It's already been demonized. So they say conspiracy, it's already demonized. Just like white people, they'll be demonized. So when a white person gets killed or something happens, they don't give a fuck. It's been done. White person been shot, they don't give a fuck. If it's a mestizo, you call him Mexican, or a Negroid, they call him black. If they get shot, that's a big deal. But if I'm white, I get shot, it's not a big fucking deal. You know why? Because we are demonized. We have been put in a different section. We have been set apart. Because we are set apart. Now it's a different situation now. You look on the news. They don't want to let you know that, oh yeah, this person did this. But it's a white person, let you know. It's a white person, but they find out, yeah, he's somebody else. It's just very interesting. Let's really talk about that. let's really talk about that. Man, very interesting. White people, we don't just sit on the bench. We're working, we're making our money, we're taking care of our family. I've never heard a white man ever complain about the white Irish trade. Man, come on, man. We've already had that discussion. We don't ask for reparations. We don't ask for none of that, man. Don't ask for none of that. But there's only one, but there's going to be two that are going to mainly ask for that. Because the second is asking it because of the first. Because the first is telling the second that, oh, we're together now. Different morphology, phenotypes, very different. Because the blacks, we want to call them blacks, and the Mexicans, the browns, they want to say, oh, now they're the same people now. But you have different bone morphology, DNA, genetics, all that is different. But now you guys want to say you guys are the same. But you're not the same. So let's look at that. They want to look at skin color. Oh, we're all the same. You're brown, I'm dark. So we put that together. We're the same people. Now we're together. So now you're creating a system of nitwits that are not thinking very clearly. Howdy. How's it going? How long you been listening, man? Because I have to restart back what I'm talking about. I was just talking about your video, bro, earlier. You know what I mean? How with Germany, man, come on, man. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. Because when you hear the word or name Germany, everybody gets all ape shit. They get all monkey. So I like to talk about that. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. What Germany was doing, is it wrong? Their mentality, their thought process? About 5 minutes, it's over, brother. But those of us that still hold those ideals are out there. Yeah. You know what? We'll keep on talking from the rooftops and off iPhones and keep on doing what we're doing. That's what we do. Regardless. Just give me a second real quick. Real quick second. Hey, drop your comments so I can keep on going on, man. Right back again. America. Okay, where are we at? Big Judy says, America is going down, going to have to do something very similar if the country is to survive. There's not going to be an easy way out of this. Exactly. If we have to go back, okay. The way Germany was doing what they're doing, I 100% think, I know. I know you guys are taught in your education, Western education, that Germans are horrible, they're terrible, they're bad people. You're taught wrong. That's what you're told. So you can grab onto that because that's your history. That's the history you're taught. But check this. Implement that right now. Implement that right now. We would not have the problems we have right now. Tell me I'm wrong. We would not have these problems. America is going to have to do something very similar if the country is to survive. There's not going to be an easy way out of this. Yeah, I read that. My bad. I'm reading the same messages. We have to do the same thing. We're going to have to. Our borders, boop, done. Check who's coming in. Come on, man. You want to check who's coming in. Why not? That's our home. Why do you put up fences? Why do you put locks on your doors? Think about it. Why do you do what you do? But you want to let everybody come into your country, your city, your state. But you want to implement your fences, the locks on the doors. But you don't want to understand the whole idea of what's really going on. We have to have a different mentality. That's why I talk on here. I just like to just drop information and say, hey, come on, man. I'm not saying I'm the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm just telling you it's common sense. To love your family, you got to love your people. Love your people. You got to take care of your family. Love your people first, I'll tell you that. This is the enemy. This enemy is not going to let us go. They are parasitic in nature. Without a host, they lose their purpose. Much like we lost a large part of our drive as Europeans after we explored everything. Exactly. Exactly. You know what? I want to say that again. I want to speak that out again. I like that. Making Shooty says, this enemy is not going to let us go. They are parasitic in nature. Without a host, they lose their purpose. Much like we lost a large part of our drive as Europeans after we explored everything. The interesting thing about Europeans, Europeans in general, we like to build civilizations. We like to create things. We like to implement infrastructure. Everything, man, that's what we do. But it seems like it always backfires. Because there's always that one person that wants to have everybody come in. And it takes away from the culture. Everything. Everything. Takes from everything. And once it does, it washes out who you are. This is why I make my videos. Just like what you just said, man. This is why I make my videos. My people, be tribal. Yes, be tribal. There's white people out there that don't give a fuck. Hey, you call me a racist. Oh, you call me a racist. Dude, they'd rather you take over their daughter than to be called racist, man. That's some bullshit. Pandering whites over here. You got these Donald Trumpers. I'll tell you this, yeah. I did vote for Donald Trump in that first run. Yeah, I did. Because he had a good ideals and he's, okay, that's cool. But after that, I'm cool, man. Operation Warp Speed and all that bullshit. Yeah, I get that. Man, you're the first one to be a salesman and implement and talk about, yeah, everybody get that vaccine. Everybody get that vaccine. Donald Trump wasn't even representing his own white people. He was having all these Negroids and all these people coming in like, hey, dude, I love, like the Pope. Oh, I accept all religions. I accept everybody come in. And everybody, oh, this guy is like a big game player. He accepts everybody coming in. He's cool. Yeah, he accepts everything. He's just, everything goes. He's that dude at the party that's drinking shots and doing everything. Everything goes, dude. At the end of the night, he wakes up with a carrot in his ass. That's that type of dude right there. But he keeps it professional, right? He keeps it professional. Yeah, he's a white boy. I'm a white boy, but you know, I speak the truth. If those of my cloth are doing something wrong, I'll speak on it. Let's talk about it. But if you're having your daughters marrying off with other Jews and other Jews over here, let's talk about it. Comment. The one person that wants to fill his own pockets in exchange for betraying his folk. They prey on our base instincts advancing their interests. I like that. Hold on. The one person that wants to fill his own pockets in exchange for betraying his folk. They prey on our base instincts to advance an interest. In their interests. Yeah, he has German blood, bro. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Because you could look at his ancestry. Look it up. It's online. That is his ancestry. Look it up online. We all know that. Look it up. It's crazy. If you're for your people, when has he brought white people and talked about white people and pushed that forward? Nope. He pardoned some bullshit. Some athletes and some bullshit. Oh, we're going to pardon this over here. That's some bullshit. Come on, man. Let's be realistic. What are we doing here? It's like fucking Hollywood. We're playing a game, man. They're actors. Look at Ronald Reagan. Come on, man. Was he not an actor? Come on, man. We all know that. Come on. Look at these people that we put in charge. It's a popularity contest. It don't matter if you're fucking, you vote. It's what they want. That's what it'll come out in the end. Come on, man. Biden got in charge. I'm telling you this. Come on, man. We all know. That's fucking weird. That's why all the other countries laugh at us. You got a babbling idiot over here. Come on, man. And what I've been taught, check this out. What I've been taught since I was young, don't speak against the government. Don't speak against the government. That's what they say. Anarchy. That's, you're an enemy of the state. You're an enemy. So I have no word. I can't say something's wrong. So you're an enemy of the state. Something's wrong with you when you say that's wrong. Materialism will be our downfall. Trump set free drug dealing. Blacks to gain a few more black votes. He didn't even day white in the 4 years. It's dangerous to be right when the government is wrong. Man, I like to reread this, man. Materialism will be our downfall. Trump set free drug dealing. Blacks to gain a few more black votes. He didn't even white in the 4 years. It's dangerous to be right when the government is wrong. Yeah, say white in 4 years. Hey, when did you see Trump promote, like literally promote his own people? You are a panderer. I'm just speaking truth. I know. They're going to look at the video. Oh, shit. He's calling him a panderer because I'm a Trumper. Dude, let me tell you this. Real men, real women, real white people. We know someone that is of kingship or presidency or someone that has something that speaks truth. That's not neglecting who they are as a people. Bro, you gave to everybody else and neglected your own people. That talks a lot. I don't think I'm saying anything wrong. I'm speaking very straightforward. And you have these Negroes probably saying, hey, yeah, he helped out the black people and did all the, hey, come on, man, let me tell you this. What about the white people? I understand Trump only could do so much, but the format that he had, he could have been so much better with speaking truth on his own people, because he knows about his own people, what we do. So what you did is you created this false reality for these people that follow you that make you act like this. It's all about America. Yeah, it's America. That's what you do. This false reality. And they think they're American. We're American. And we're white. You grab those type of whites out here where they grab onto it. And they feel like, oh, we're white because Trump's white. And we got it. And you grab onto this false reality. And they feel like they're really running for America, but they're actually pushing for diversity. Because he does not run and go for his own people. Come on, man. Let's really talk about that. Really talk about that. You got this fake thing. You know what I mean? I have... When he was running, he talked a decent game. I knew about his father. I knew what this country faced. And I thought, man, can't do any more damage, huh? Yeah. I thought the same damn thing. And I'll tell you this. I had so many times to vote. I had so many times to vote. As one time, yeah, he got me. Yeah, you know, shame on me, man. I told my wife, hey, we got it. I'm going to vote. But I always thought something was weird about him, you know? Something was weird. But you know what? Hey, shame on me, okay? I got shame on me. But hey, it ain't gonna be shame on me twice. I'll tell you this. Voting is bullshit regardless. But just doing it, I feel like, fuck, that's weird. Shouldn't have done that. But I did. He wanted to make everything all Hollywood. So when they had Kanye West, all these, what the fuck? Come on, let's talk about it. All these people come on there. It's like you're watching a short clip TikTok video, and everybody's having a little thing going on. Oh, Trump loves the blacks. The majority of Americans that voted for him didn't realize the America they grew up in was already gone. It's not our country any longer. It's not. It's not. Guess what? I can't go down the street and get a schnitzel. I can't go down the street and go get some lamb. Come on, bro. I'll tell you this. I can't go down the street and get some straight up Irish food. I can't go do that. You know why? Every corner is filled. It's diverse in their way. It's either Mexican or some processed food. Because white food is not processed, I'll tell you that. You got straight up food. You're getting cooked in the kitchen. Is done. Tell me that. If I'm wrong, go down your street in California and tell me that you don't have more more Mexican food, mestizo food, and those that are catering to those that are in California. I'm telling you, you're not going to find it. You're not going to find it. You can tell me how many German places can you find in California? Google it. Go in San Jose. Go in San Francisco. Yeah, you can find them on different blocks. It's all Mexican. You'll find some Mediterranean. Oh, God, oh, damn, I'm getting a little close over here. Maybe some Greek and maybe some Irish, maybe some German, but they're all pieced off. But we're not in every block. You find all these different other people that are getting they're getting taken care of for their people. I have to travel 2 hours out just to get some Greek. 2 hours out to get some German. 2 hours out to get some French. Come on, man. Let's talk about it. You know? I'm not wrong, man. Every block got some Mexico taco chop. They got taco chop. That's what they got. They come over here. They talk shit. They're flying their flags. Let me tell you this, man. I couldn't go into Mexico, fly my flag, because you ain't going to like it. There'll be some issues. But you fly your flag, but you don't live where you live. Why you live over here? Because it's better. Because you have taken over, you found that you can be a parasite, and you found a host. Well, now you found your host, you're going to suck the shit out of it. Immigration Act of 1791. White men of good character. The founders set it up a specific way. They knew other groups couldn't participate in voting process as they would press the interests, their interests. There's no restaurants out where I live, LOL. Laugh out my motherfucking loud. Laugh my white ass off. Yeah. Let me tell you this. What is catering to you in your state? Nothing's catering to you. You got to travel. What's catering to me? I have to travel. What's that tell us? Just like your video. Check it out. Just like your video. It says the same thing I'm talking right now, man. Everybody is so westernized with information. Information of what they've been taught since they're younger. It's time to reprogram. It's time to unlearn what you have learned. Because tonight when you go to bed, you're going to be thinking about what I'm talking about. It makes sense. You see how our government is. And they tell you, this is this and that is that. But y'all know it's bullshit. Let's get on a new understanding. Start educating yourself. Read a fucking book. Don't go to Google. Don't go to that shit. It's going to tell you the same stuff over and over. They're going to start going back to burning books. Watch. You know why? Because there's good information. Come on, Wikipedia bullshit. Come on, man. Let's talk about that. It's all bullshit. Let's talk truth. Truth. If we can't walk like that and talk like this in front of each other, the taxes are low. The people are the majority white, and everyone is automized during their own thing. There is no in-group preference in European Americans. The text are low. I like reading these. I like reading these messages, man. They make me think. Text are low. You know what? I'll tell you this. At the end of the day, just being who you are is a light set upon a hill that cannot be hidden. You are the salt of the earth. No matter what you do or how you think, it's going to be looked as evil because of your skin color or who you are as a people or who you're connected to. Blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever. Whoever you are, your pale skin, they're going to look at you always as being demonized, a Frankenstein, a word like conspiracy. So whenever you hear white people, it would be like a conspiracy. It'd be called a Frankenstein. You'd be looked as a monster. So if you get shot, it don't fucking matter. That's how it's going to end up being like. Nobody's going to give a fuck. That's the true talk. And it's sad. In your wanting to sort out European history, his work covering the Greeks will bring a tear to your eye, Gilgamesh. So you're talking about Asha logos. Okay, I get you right there. Subverted History series. We are all brothers. That's the trick. Without the European, this world would be descended into darkness. I 100% agree with what you're talking about right there and what you just messaged right there. We will always be someone that has built civilizations and have given to history and done all these things. And we get the backlash. We'll get that. Because those that sit on the bench, there's people that sit on a bench that wish that they could play, but they don't have the skill, the mindset. They don't have that. But they've been sitting and watching, learning, trying to figure out. And now they learn a little bit of something, and they come out into the world, and now they think like they created everything. So you get these Afro-eccentrics, these Mexican eccentrics, and all these different eccentrics out there that say that they've created civilizations and they've done all this. And man, you guys were in mud huts playing touch butt. You guys are all playing in mud huts and playing touch butt. And couldn't lift a finger. It's not an even playing field. But now we're in a world where it's diversity. And they say it's our strength. Diversity is not a white person's strength. Diversity is not a white person's strength. That is a kryptonite. A motherfucking kryptonite. No, seriously. White person wants to go over there to Australia. Hey, got the Aborigines. Hey, let's like put them in our brain and let's dress them up and yeah. Teach them. Come on, man. That's your fucking problem, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go to the teepees. Teach these guys something. Come on. Oh, man. Go to the mud huts over here. Teach them something. Fucking, that shit don't work. We can't try to help people out, bro. That shit don't work. Focus on you, on your people. That's it. Because guess what? Everybody else is coming up trying to destroy you. Okay, I'm going to go check this out real quick. Live chat. David Lane was right. The beauty of white Aryan women must not perish from the earth. %100%. 100%. Create more white babies, white people, make your families with your people. Nothing's wrong with that. Was promoted on Netflix, Amazon, all this stuff. Go on Google, they promote diversity with different people. They have different understandings. They're not with the same thing right here. I'll tell you this. Google white people. pulls up blacks. Okay, Negroids. It shows us like we're mixed. It don't show like straight whites. It's all weird. Pull up blacks. Look what it pulls. It riddle me this, really weird. So if you pull a white, it doesn't just show all whites, man. It's all mixed up. That's what they want people to think. Well, this is what white people look. It's all mixed. So they want this mixture. They want this like tricolor. They want this chameleon. So there's like no true color. Who Aryan, us Aryan. People don't like that word. Who are Aryans? Who are Aryans? I know who my Aryans are. I got my Germans. I got my Irish. Those from Iceland. Come on, man. Wales, Scotland. Come on, let's talk about that. My Greeks. Let's talk about that. Let's get into that. We need to start getting into that. Look at levels of Aryan, our people. And if we can't get into that, we're just spinning our wheels. I am sad to say my wife is incapable of having children. I love her so much, I could never leave her to have family with another. She is the other half of my soul. She is the ride or die. Oh, man. You know what? I could say that I don't understand you, but I do understand you. I can say this. I do. I do. And I understand you, man. I understand you more than you think. You know. You are a good person. Good people. Give me a second, man. I want to take a step out real quick. Drop your comments. We're talking about the Aryans. We're talking about what's going on with Germany, of how that should be implemented in America. Hey, yeah, that idea about Germany, yeah, that should be implemented in America. We wouldn't be laughing stocks to other countries. Look what's going on. We're opening up borders. Come on, man. You guys know it's all real. Let's act like we don't sit down when we pee. We gotta wipe upwards, man. Come on, man. Let's talk about that. Or, I don't know, man. I'm not a woman, so I don't know. I just know they sit down when they take a piss. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna let my ball swing. Let's talk about that. I really appreciate you, brother. You know what? You speak truth on your videos. You speak truth in your comments, man. It's good stuff. And you know what? A lot of people don't like to come straight forward with what was going on with them or what they're doing. A lot of people like to have a facade and pretend and edit their videos and do this weird stuff. But let me tell you this. What I put forward, and I know what you put forward, is the straight truth. Your work, what you do every day. No shit. Was about to love for your own folk. America is the only rowdy, heavily armed nation left. It's on us right now in the next decade to change it, or we are in big trouble. We are in big trouble. We are on like a red alert. Red alert, man. It's like, it's beaming right now. It's crazy shit. If we don't get our act together, my white people, if you don't get your act together, you get crazy when you hear a word called racist or racism. Let me tell you this. Every other people around you, the Negroids, the Mongoloids, come on, all these other people around us. You got the Punjabis, all these people. Come on, man, wake up. Come on. You don't get your mind together of who you are, it's going to crumble. I'm from my white people, I'll tell you this. Be tribal, because everybody else is tribal. Negroids, Mongoloids, those Punjabis, they're all tribal. You guys get offended when somebody calls you a racist. Don't be a bitch. That's weak. That's weak. It's a preference. There's a preference. I don't like this. I don't feel comfortable when I'm around you. I don't feel comfortable when I'm walking down the alley and you're right there. I don't feel comfortable with you. Nothing's wrong with that. In this world, when you don't feel comfortable, now there's a problem. I'm a racist because I say this. That's a cop-out. You're a bench warmer. You sit on the bench. So now those that sit on the bench are in the forefront. It's like having the retarded Olympics. We're giving trophies to everybody and Nobel Prizes and all this bullshit to those that cannot achieve something. And you're on the coattails of those that have done it. Mongoloids, Negroids, what have you created? It's like I'm watching a circus. You're doing your thing, you know? When the Irish used to dance, you just do a little jig. The blacks do it. Now it's something else. They're the ones that made it up. The whites do some music. The blacks act like they took it over. They're the ones that did it. But all the instruments that you're working on is stuff that we've done and he took from us. What were you doing in your civilization? Oh, I say civilization, or your area of what you're doing. What were you doing? And if you're still oppressed, my people have been oppressed. But we don't look at that. We don't say, oh, you're a bully. We don't talk like that. Our mindset's not like that. We don't have bullies. You have the ability to say, will I be taken over or am I going to take over? You can be in a field with three crackers on a horse. And there could be 25, 30, 40 of you in a field. And you'll listen to a command. You have the ability to do what you got to do, but you won't, because there's a thing called fear. And fear is scary because fear will overtake your body, your mind, spirit, and soul. And you guys have been living this for centuries. And why I call him the cracker? Because he has a whip. He's on a horse. He cracks that whip. Come on, let's talk about that. You guys could have overtaken that person, done what you got to do. But you guys want to say that you guys were here before everybody else. You guys have done this. You guys have been in the Americas. You guys have done this. If you guys have, what's going on here? It doesn't counteract with history. And I'm talking about something else. But okay. I'm going a little bit off, but let's talk about that. White people are different. The Irish, you don't hear Irish people complaining how they're treated, asking for reparations. The Germans, the Italians, the Greeks, we don't complain. We just work. We set up shop. We don't get these special loans and all this bullshit. We have to work for what we get, and we can make it better. That's what we do. I am inspired by guys like yourself and guys like Jack. Gee, I owe it to my grandfather to stand up and speak and help in any way I can, which right now isn't a lot. There's nothing to fear. Believe in God and stay tight with your folk. Nothing else is more admirable or worthy of his attention. Wow. Man, bro, I'll tell you this. I like whenever I get your, if YouTube gives it to me, I can see it 4 or 5 hours later. I'll tell you this, man. Same cloth, man. Same ideals, same thing. And it's sad because, you know what? They promote so much different things on these formats. And we all know who's running and what's in control. Because if I talk bad about Negroids, mestizos, or Jews, come on, man. Let's really talk about it. You know what's running. And we don't need to be making like these weird like names so we can like flu or whatever. You know what I mean? Come on, man. If we have to do that, we know who's running what. We know who's running the system. Look at the gas stations. Look at the stores. Symbolism. Come on, man. It makes a lot of sense. And people like to get kind of like all sad when they talk about history because it's all focused on Jews. But what about all the ones in Russia? What happened in Russia with Germans and everybody else? Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about anything else that what happened over here. They just talk about this over here. They don't talk. It's like they're the only one that anything ever happened to. It's like there's a victimization and a victim mentality. So if anything happened to Germans, nobody cares. Because there's already been a part in history that has been put right here that these people as a whole are all horrible. They're terrible. They did this to the Jews. They did this. Okay. I want to talk to some Germans out here making shooties. German. He knows what I'm talking about. Oh, Germans, what really happened? Let's talk about that. We're all kinfolk, us Europeans. I would give my life if I could see our people unite once again. 100% awesome, man. Let me ask you a question. Tell me, drop a comment. How was it when, with the Jews and the Germans, what happened? Please talk about that. We should go live on this, because what happened though? I want to see comments. What happened? They're talking all this stuff. Let's talk about it. Like, what's the real history behind it? What's the history that you know about it? I want to hear your inside, your input, because a lot of the viewers, they only got the history that's told from the America, from United States, about Germans and Jews. Dachau, you know, like the whole thing with the burning and all that stuff. A lot of people don't understand about why the bodies were getting, they don't know about that, why the bodies were getting burned or what was going on. They don't know the whole story. I'd like to hear your side of German people, of what was going on in Germany with Jews. And besides what was happening when the Germans were doing stuff in Israel, man, they're building buildings over there, man. But nobody wants to talk about all that stuff. The proper exchange that was going on. Same thing that's happening here. Degeneracy, porn, predatory interest, speculation, critical theory, over representations at the table. And I know this. In Germany at the time, you had Jews making their money hand over fist. Man, they're making hand over fist. Those in Germany were making no money. They don't want to talk about that. So people in Germany were not making money, and you had other people making money. And it's like, dude, that doesn't make sense. People in their own country should be making money. How is it that other people are making money? They're infiltration, just like what's happening right now. Come on, man. We paid them to leave peacefully, pre-war with the Havara agreement. They were already engaged in the Holodomor genocide. Germans saw that. Yeah, but let me tell you this. If you try to talk to anybody that's American, like really talk about that, they already had their mindset from 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade on of what they've been taught already. So that's stupid. It's like, let's talk about it, you know? I don't know if it's genetic, because I always felt weird, something strange, and I always had to seek out for myself. I went straight to the library. I read books. Something got to me on that. And me being young, I learned to read books at a later age versus everybody, and became very good at reading. And it got in my favor. I won spelling bees, all that. And it just came in my favor. I got held back in 2nd grade, you know, just because they thought I wasn't smart or whatever. Just very active kid. I was very hyper, very active. And I had to take one guy. That seen that I had potential, and he took me out of my class 3 hours a day and said, hey, I'm going to teach you how to read. I became a speed reader within 6 months, went back to class, did a spelling bee, and I'll tell you, it's just very interesting. And books have been my thing. Got to read every day. Been blessed, you know? It's just, I don't know what to tell you, man. There's a setting for everybody. And just being educated and learning. Yeah, knowledge is power. And when you hear it, it sounds cliche. Knowledge is power. And with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, it's like a Spider-Man thing. It's like, yeah, it's true stuff. With the most simplicity of what you hear, it makes sense. We learn things at our own level. You figured this out in spite of everything working to hide it from you. I was raised in this. I admire the guys that figured it out on your own. Man, I'll tell you this. Me being raised was with different cultures, ethnicities. My mom remarried, and she didn't marry. The next guy she married wasn't a white man. He was a Guamanian. They're like Pacific Islanders. And I moved to Guam. I moved to a different island from United States. I moved to another location on an island on an Air Force. And you know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy because I was around all that stuff. But I always knew something was wrong. And my stepdad used to always tell me, Gil, you stick out like a sore thumb, a green thumb. You stick out. You always got to say something. You know why? Because I know something's not right. Just having a pure mind as a child, I knew something was wrong. And it stuck with me. I'm that same person like that. I always go back to my younger self because I had a pure heart. And knowing that what I'm hearing is very interesting. It's not right. I have family members that are into that whole diversity, into all that bullshit. I'll tell you, yeah, I don't get connected with that. What my deal is with my family, my hub, my thing right here. And making sure they understand. They understand. And speak the truth. Remember the black congressman that said Guam might tip over because too many people live there? Okay. I don't remember that, but I'll tell you this. Guam is 35, 36 miles left, east, west, north, and south. Volcanic. Surrounded by water. Each certain 100 years, it shrinks. So you got 36 miles or 35 miles north, south, east, and west. I was on Anderson Base. Anderson Base. And then outside of Anderson Base, they had the jungle, which is called Talafofo, which was deep in the jungle. And we used to have to go to the jungle because my stepdad had his uncle out there that owned a big part of land, and his family was very well known over there. They even have a statue of his great grandfather, which was a Guamanian warrior. And I'd walk with him, and he'd show me all his pea fields, and they had these big old 12-foot ditches dug deep where they had pigs, but they were hogs. And they would tell me, watch out, don't step in there, because you fall in, they're going to eat you. Which makes sense. So I'd walk with him, and I'd always ask him questions. Hey, man, you got all these fields. You have no cows. Yeah, we don't do cows over here. We just drink coconut milk. And in my brain, as I got older, I was like, man, if you guys had cows, you guys could sell milk instead of having to get it imported in. Very interesting. I don't know. That's a little bit different talk, but I remember walking with him. He really took a liking to me, and I'd walk with him early in the morning down his green beans and pea fields and just take walks. And he was a really cool guy. But you know what? At the end of the day, hey, I'm white. I seen him 15 years ago, and he was happy to see me. But you know what? It just, family gets weird. People are tribal. People are who they are. And that's fine. Like I said, I love to speak to my people and promote it. Let's be who we are and not change ourselves within conversation. Let's not change ourselves. Let's be who we are. When you look in the mirror and you walk away, you're still the same person. Don't forget that. But when you walk away from the mirror and you forget who you are or what you look like, there's the problem. Always stay 100% who you are. Put it in your business, your family, your people, all that. I know, in good different order. Your people, your family, your business. Come on. I was speaking 100%. If you can't teach the people, man, it won't trickle down to your family. Your family will have that backlash. The people got to learn it first. They got to learn it first. And, you know, the problem is they're forcing us to live on top of each other. We belong with our own people. Yeah, we do. Damn, what's up with this thing right here? Davy Boyd says the problem is they're forcing us to live on top of each other. We belong with our own people. 100%. 100%. It's enforced. It's enforced. How much power do we actually have? That's the question. Because you could go anywhere in California and America and see that people treat you differently from different cultures and ethnicities. And they look at you differently. Forcing everyone to violate their own nature-ordained instincts creates conflict and the exact type of environment that breeds low trust. Oh my God. It's like a force move. It's like a big force move. It's like taking you outside of character. You know? It's like saying this. I can go to a room, I have a pure heart, a good heart. I'm putting my best foot forward. Something bad happens. I react. And now I'm the bad guy. Because I reacted. I reacted. Now you're the bad guy. It creates something else. So you being white and who you are, and you have a voice, and by you having a voice and saying something, now you're bad. You're horrible. No. We need to go back to the old school. Being tribal. And I like what Macon Shooty says. Being dangerous. Testosterone equals dangerous. Dangerous equals testosterone. Dangerous. No, very much. Very much. I'll tell you this. When I wake up, I don't know, man. It's just in my DNA. I wake up, I'm automatically, I'm prepared. I'm always prepared. When I wake up, before I go to bed, I'm always prepared. I go to a restaurant, I'm facing all my exits. I'm looking at exits. I'm seeing who's around me. I'm checking out everything. It's natural. It's a natural thing. You know? It's like I already know who I am. And knowing who you are is beautiful. It's awesome. And nobody can take that from you unless you let them take that from you. You know? I'll tell you this. Yeah, I love to fight. I love to fight. That's one thing I love to do. I love training. I love to fight. I love all that. It's just in my blood, my DNA, you know? Majority of me is Greek. That's just who I am. I like to have a challenge. I like things in front of me. I like to have obstacles. Let's get it. It wakes me up. It drives me. It's a drive. And you know what? White people are like that. We have this drive that's in you. Europeans are high trust, okay? Selected folk. Other groups developed under different circumstances. It's cruel to force them to fit into our society. It's cruel to bring us all down to their level. Okay. That's what I was talking about earlier. Think about it. You go to Australia and you have the Australoids. You want to put European clothes. You want to teach them European language. All this stuff. Come on, dude. Leave these people alone. Come on, man. That's that white person's kryptonite. Leave them alone, dude. The natives, come on. Well, you don't want to call them natives. The Indians. You had all these other people. You want to go to these people and say, oh, we got to civilize people. We got to do this. No, that's what fucks you up. Thank you. That's what fucks you up. And real people, if we can't talk like this, I'll tell you this. If you're white and we can't talk like this, I'll tell you this, something's wrong with you. Look at it in history. Obama era legislation that was previously overridden is being brought back, and it forces Section 8 housing and low rent apartments projects into white neighborhoods. They call our areas too white. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you this. Okay, check this out. You go to projects, you have a grandmother living at the house that has 2 or 3 generations in those projects. That's interesting. Have white people try to stay there that long or do that, or they might get lucky. They might get lucky. But I'll tell you this. Predominantly mestizo, Mexican. Predominantly Negroid. You guys get weird. I say black. Predominantly Asian. Mongoloid is part of this other here, the mestizo. They're all in that. They have 10 people living in one place. Section 8, living off the system, living off your paychecks. It's bad for all parties involved. That doesn't mean we hate anyone. It means we love and want to be around our own kind. Yeah, that's the difference. What people understand. We want our own utopia. We want our own utopia. To be around our own people. And we can handle and we have issues, we can take care of our own people the way we want to do accordingly. Accordingly, take care of our own people. You guys do what you guys do. If you guys want to separate and do what you guys, hey, that'll be great. You guys go over here, we go over here. Let's see how good you guys do. But I'll tell you this, you guys will be start running all the way back over here. You want to be with Whitey, because Whitey knows a lot of shit. You guys have got ideas of the blueprint. A little bit of the blueprint. Work with it, man. Take it. You guys came from a mud hut, getting ideas from the European. This legislation denies federal funds for roads and schools, etc., for any state or city that refuses to allow these projects to be forced upon them. You know what? I think we just, if we had to shut them down, shut them down. Let me tell you this. Look at it. Think about it. These projects, these Section 8s, promote to keep on doing a whole universal and to keep on doing the same thing. You create the same people. It's a generational thing. They keep doing the same thing. I know I'm not answering the question, but I'm just going off it. I'm just going off it. These projects, they keep you down. The system, it keeps you down. You make your own money, they try to keep you down. They want to know how much is in your bank account. Oh my God. You go down the street, a guy got a cell phone. It's a free cell phone. That's from your taxes. He probably lives in a Section 8. But let me tell you this. My phone died, right? My phone just died right now. Hey, Negroid. Hey, Negroid. Can I use your phone real quick? Your free phone that my taxes pay? Can I use your phone? No, nigga. You can't use my phone, nigga. Wait, hey, bro. I don't know, man. Actually, I don't know. My taxes, my people, yeah. Okay, I get it. Okay. Okay, whatever. You guys get me. Think about it. Whatever you do, you're benefiting everybody else. They're living off your harvest. They're living off your harvest. Exactly. The government loves it when you people are dependent upon them. Our people don't want to live this way. Our people want to make our own way. But guess what? How can we do that? That's why we have these forums. That's why we talk right here. How can we do this? Let's find a solution. Instead of complaining, we find a solution. You know? Boom. Simple. Common sense logic. Federal enforced integration into spaces where they do not belong, while the media and culture promote race mixing. Yeah, I can turn on Netflix. Black mixing with a white, a black mixing with an Asian, a black mixing with a freaking Indian. They're mixing everywhere. Everybody likes to mix. They don't like to have the blonde hair, blue eyes, the hazel eyes, you know. They want to take that away, the pale skin. They want to mix that up. Why they want to mix it up? One, it's like saying this. Hey, a lot of black men, a lot of Negroids, having a white woman on their side is like saying, hey, white boy, look at this white boy. Look what I got on my side. Like, he feels like he's close to you now. Like he's up there with you. Hey, you know what, Dan? He's like, dude, I got this nice, beautiful white snow bunny next to me. Dan, like he feels like he conquered you. Like he feels pretty good, but you don't really feel like he conquered you. He feels like he's next to you now. Like he has something, like we're close. Huh. You got our bottom fruits over here because after you've been like whatever, no white man's gonna want you. Like real white man that's actually cares, not gonna want you. You're a bottom fruit. Yes, the promotion of misgeneration is promotion. Okay, is everywhere. Is unacceptable. Everywhere. It's unacceptable. Their media. I haven't watched any of that stuff in years. When we mix, we produce an enemy. So now, when you mix, you produce an enemy. You get someone that's white, Caucasian, with a Negroid. Guess what? They're always going to take the Negroid side. That's promoted. Media. Social. Boom. That Negroid come out looking white, but guess what? I'm black. I'm black and I'm proud. He got to act more black than the black. That's what's going to happen. Because he feels like he has to prove something. So now you can say, what's up, nigga? Now he feels proud. The mixed seed never claims us and works against our interests. 100%. 100%. So when they have a kid, when they have a child, it's always going to work against you. They won't accept you. They'll always take the other side. No matter if they got the straight hair, came out with hazel, blue eyes, any type of colored eyes, straight, everything. The white phenotype, they want to hold on to this over there. Because that's what's popular. That's what's like Steph Curry type shit. I don't know. Come on. Let's really talk about that. Let's really get into that. Why do they do that? That's weird within the genetic marker. It's like there's a tip-off. It just like dropped off a cliff. It's like really interesting. Having that whiteness inside you just gave you an upgrade. Because if you didn't have that upgrade, because a lot of Negroids that are in America have European in them. So that is an upgrade. Before they had that upgrade of European, they were like, chilling in mud huts, not knowing what the fuck is going on. Still doing the same shit for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. They haven't created nothing. They got fucking weird when they seen a fucking will. Let me go back to these live chats. Live chats. Making shooties. They really ramped that shit up. The last few years, our women are treasures. The standard of beauty and grace. I'm with Davey. I don't partake in any of their entertainment. Yeah. Their entertainment is to promote their ideals. What are their ideals? BET, Black Entertainment. Their mentality of how they are. The hood. Let's have more black lawyers. Let's have more black doctors. Fuck. If I was on the table of getting my brain checked out, if I had some brain surgery, problems, issues, I don't want a black dude working on my brain. He would nigger rig that shit with some duct tape. Come on, man. I want this white dude that's been going to school. He's been educating himself. He didn't have to be at get a C and put as an A like these other people. Get a lower grade to be a high grade. It's some fucking bullshit. Let's talk about that. Man, I want somebody to know what they're doing, the qualifications for the job, and you get it done. I don't want some stupid idiot. I'm telling you, man, I've had issues, and I had to go to doctors. I'm not dealing with some stupid ass. Yeah, Mexicans working at these little doctor shops. Yeah, doctor shops. And you're like, bro, hey, we got to just rip that shit out. What are you talking about, rip it out, dude? No. I'm going to get another, I'm going to get somebody to check it out. Going back to this, I know I'm going to my little thing right here. They want us to mix ourselves out of existence. Davey Boyd says they want us to mix ourselves out of existence. They want us to cut ourselves off from roots and our history. Our people need to embrace our ancestry. Man, that's why I've been promoting. Promote our people. Be tribal. Tribal. Negroids, mestizos, all those Mongoloids are all connected, man. They're not connected like that, like phenotypes and bone morphology, but mentality-wise, seems like they're pretty connected with that thought. They're tribal. Why can't we be tribal? We become tribal, it tears up a lot of shit. We start rebuilding. Let's start rebuilding. Okay, where we at? Lapis lazuli. To be revolutionary is to identify as white. Exactly. I like that. Make it choose to exactly. Davy Boyd says, yes, we need to be vocal and about our white identity and our white interests. Yeah. Be proud. Speak it out. A lot of people are weak. They are scared. Oh, I feel like I'm going to be a racist. Dude, fuck that word. That's a bullshit word. Racist. Racism. We shouldn't even be speaking that. That's bullshit. Be proud who you are. Hey, I have a preference. I don't like that shit. That's fine. I shouldn't feel deemed for that. Mud floods into Israel. LOL. Spring break footage. Used to be a kids having fun drinking beer and getting sunburned. Now it's Liberia mixed with Mad Max. Yeah, it's like, fuck, dude. It's Mad Max shit all over again. Don't give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. It's like Wild Wild West. All for all. Man. I'm trying to read all these live chats. Lapis Lazuli, they are only connected via their shared anti-whiteism. Yes, so you got these Mexicans, mestizos, these Negroids, these blacks, the Asians, Punjabis, all these people out here. They all connect for some reason. Why? They all have the same interests. They don't like white people. Anytime there's a white person born in their area, they get picked on, they get problems because you're white, your skin. In Mexico, if you're white, they pick on you. You get beat up every day. They hate you, not knowing that they're mixed. Riddle me this, we're European. Absolutely, racist and racism. Terms designed to target our people. We should drop those terms entirely. No other groups faces any repercussions from accusations of racism. Yep. Come on, man. That's why you never hear me say, oh, you're a racist or that's racism. Let me tell you this. You're just tickling my balls, bro. You're just like telling me something that I am, that I'm actually superior, bro, because you don't feel good about yourself. If you knew who you are, you wouldn't be saying that. If you know who you are, you wouldn't be telling me that I'm racist. You wouldn't feel inferior. You feel that because that's ancestral. That's ancestral. They feel that way because they know who they are. They know that they were doing adobes. They were doing mud huts. They know when we found them, they had nothing that they were doing for thousands of years. And then we give them a little bit of blueprint, and then they know how to do everything. Because guess what? Juan could mow, blow, and go and do your lawn and do everything like the landscaping. When he's done with the landscaping, he does all the job. And guess what? The white man, he's lazy. You know why? Because I do his job. Bro, we're paying you because we're bored, bro. I want to give you some work. It's not that I don't know how to do it. I just, come on, man. Me, I'll do my own work. I'm just speaking truth. So, it's like saying this. You got all these mestizos that say they do all the roofs and all the work, construction. You learned it because the white boy taught you how to do it. But you say white man's lazy. White man don't know how to do shit. White man is docile. White man is weak. White man lets us do whatever the fuck we want. The white man just sits there and watches us run a fucking muck. The white man just lets us go into all these stores and steal shit And guess what? We can do whatever the fuck we want to do. Is it the white man really watching that? There's somebody else that's watching it. There's something else. Who are you thinking that's white that's watching this? There's somebody else out there. Use that mind. If you really want the reaction of a white man, there you go. We are docile until we not. Because guess what? When you fill that cup up, you're poking. And then there's a reaction. And when the reaction happens, guess what happens when the reaction happens? Oh, fuck. There's a white guy that fucking fucked this guy up. And now we're a racist. You're a piece of shit. Got tired of that shit. Yeah, I need to go back to to our other live chats. We have top chats. Okay. I like that one from Davey Boyd, though. Absolutely. Racist and racism are nothing but weaponized terms designed to target our people. We should drop these terms entirely. No other group faces any repercussions and accusations of racism. I don't know, man. That's really good what you said right there. And I like to hold on to that. And I want those that can see the live chats going, you guys communicate, you guys get connected, talk with each other. I'm going to take a step out just for 1 second. You guys message each other, comment, go back, because, you know, those that are on this page right now have the same idea. We all have the same thought. So converse. It's good to get connected, because that's what us white people should be doing, is connect with other white people and get connected. I'm going to get back. Give me a second. Let me go back to these top chats. Okay, hold on real quick. Like I said, I'll go back to these live chats, but hey, like Germany, they had a point. Independence, their own people, make their money in their own land. Have everybody else come in and be fruitful? Come on, man. Check this out. America needs to be like that. Take a page out of that book. Makes a lot of sense. So when you hear about Germany, that's a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth because that's what you're taught. Look at Greece. Let's look at Rome. Come on, man. There are good points. And these are places, civilizations that actually had good ideals. And when you mix it up and you put all these other people, it just fucks it up. Makes sense. Tell me I'm wrong. Come on, let's talk about that. I'm going to go to these live chats. Okay, let's go right here. I know how people just dropping off like flies when I start speaking like that. I'm just speaking truth. Look at your history. Look at your history. Not your American history, but look at history. Read a book.
Love you. Good night.
Oh, I love you too. Where's my L horn? Okay. My daughter just ran in my room. She's gonna give me that kiss. Good night, man. Love you too. Love your family, man. Love your family. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. I'm going back on some live chats right here. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay. Lapis Lazuli says they literally use the language racist of a homicidal regime, communist, with over 100 million bodies to shame us morally. Yeah, 100%. I get that. Not anti any atrocity, just anti-white. Yeah, everybody is like anti-white right now. All anti-white. You go on Netflix, anti-white. You go on Google, anti-white. Amazon, movies, anti-white. Go on Netflix, go on all these movies. It's all anti-white. And all these people that are anti-white, guess what they have in common? Interesting. LGBTQ. Negroid, pushing the whole black thing. Eccentrics. They're all pushing this weird agenda, but they're all the same. They have the same ideals. Like, oh, we're all equal. We're not all equal. We're not all equal. We're not. We're different. Man's not equal to woman. There's a difference. And that's not being mean or nothing. Women are women, men are men. Women have their strength, men have their strength. Men and women are not equal in that exchange. Come on, man. My real white men know that. Men are the covering of their wives. They're the covering of their wives and their children. They don't want to teach that. They don't want to do this whole equality thing. No. So LGBTQ, the whole black movement, the BLM, the whole Wakanda, the whole mestizo Mexican thing that they're pushing. That, come on, man, we should be up here with you. Come on, man. Hey, statistics. What's really going on? You can't forget, my people. Look at our infrastructure. Look what we've done. Poetry, I don't even want to go there. Music, I don't even want to go there. We have set the blueprint. You got these guys being these hip hoppers and rappers, but all the machines that you use are all European and Germanic. The Behringer music equipment, Behringer. You got Mackie. You got Sennheiser. You got all these different products that I use that are all German and European made. But you're saying that's your culture. What is culture? Mexicans, you Chicanos, saying, "Hey, I got Chicano history." You do got history. I'll tell you. How long have you as a people been around as mestizos, Mexicans? How long have you actually been around? Because what makes you is a European mixing with an Indian. But how long have you actually been around? You're not a Cabbage Patch, like you just brought out of the ground and you're your own people. Let's say, these Frankfurt schools Marxists openly state their intentions. They want to destroy our civilizations and our people through the promotion of unnatural and mental sickness. Well, it is like a mental illness. Davy Boy just said, hey, it's a mental illness. It's being delusional. It's thinking that you're something that you're not. It's pretending. It's like somebody putting on they're saying you're a furry, or putting on a helmet like a lion and saying, I'm a lion. This is who I am. This is my identity. And then we got these male, female, or don't X out, you're something else, or buy something, whatever. It's fucking weird. Like, you gotta, you can say you're something that you're not, and it's okay. Why can't I just put on an X saying, hey, I'm white? And that's fine. Oh, I want to get to all these live chats. These are good. These are good. I'm going back. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Making shooties. Where is the ale horn of freedom? Hey, I have to put epoxy on the bottom. Hey, I want to, let's get it. I need to do that. I'll bring it back. I was just talking to my wife about that. I have to fix it. Davy Boyd, diversity ruins everything our people have created by design. They are trying to eradicate us. Man, I wouldn't put it no other way, man. You put it right there in one little small sentence. Diversity ruins everything our people have created by design. They are trying to eradicate us. Very true. Making Shooties says, the DMV is a nightmare, LOL. Yeah. Hey, because the DMV has these people that actually sit there and you have to have issues with them all day. And that's like working with those of diversity, man. It's like bullshit. That's an acronym they're using now. DIE, diversity, inclusion, equity, LOL. I thought it was a joke at first. Oh my God, yeah. They had to find these things to create their agenda. If we wanted them gone, they would have been gone. We just wanted them to leave the country, like the other 109 times. Bro, okay, oh my God. Okay, making shooties. I am 100% man. I'll tell you this. No matter where you go, they will follow. No matter how much they don't like you, they will follow. That's just the way it is. They follow you. You white flight, they follow you. And the system is set up that they're able to follow you. And guess what? The way the system works is, if you have a white area, they'll fucking burn it down. Whoa. They'll burn the fucking area down and take you out of the area. Northern California, look it up. Fact check me. How many areas in California have been burned up in the past, let's say, 5 years? Look it up. And what is the statistics of white people living in those areas? Well, the only way a parasite could be alive is if it has a host. Who's the host? The white man's the host. And how does the white man get rid of the host? Yeah, exactly. How does he get rid of the host? This video right here is probably going to get shut off or whatever, but I'll tell you this. I spoke the truth. You all feel the truth. That group is parasitic. They have to learn to thrive nationless, to become a nation in a nation. That's why you hear them go like, look it up. They have these mestizos saying, hey, we went to the moon. We built shuttles. We've done this. Bro, really? You're probably on a assembly line dropping a screw to a screw. They did this. And you don't even know what you're doing. They could have you 8 hours pushing a green button, and you don't even know why you're pushing a green button. Why am I pushing a green button? Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you this. I've done my channel over couple times, man. Yeah. It's going to get wiped out. It happens. So us white people need to get smart. How do we create our own platforms? Come on. We need to figure out some type of way that we can get some type of money and work it and make our own platform. We have to have smart white people that we know that we can create that. Because all we do is, this is not a channel where we complain. We talk about solutions. That's what I'm all about. You know what I mean? Yeah, I make fun of things and I talk about stuff, but guess what? This channel is finding solutions. Let's figure it out. Let's talk about it. Let's get it done. It's like making a house. We don't talk about making a house. We build a house. We get it done. And that's what this whole channel is all about. Our people. And I've talked about this. Go Odyssey and BitChute, that's not my forte. I'm retarded when it comes to technology. You know, me too. I'm on the same page, man. It's like I was gonna drop YouTube. I was like, man, I gotta go to these other pages. We definitely need our own platforms, but we all need our own servers to host these platforms. Okay. My white people that are watching that know how to do that, connect to us. Let's talk. We're working men. This is what we do. We can pay some money. Let's get it going. Let's start a platform, our own media. Let's do it. Because so we can talk and say what we need to say and get it going. Because we're not in here trying to complain. We're on here trying to find solutions. I could be on here talking about what's going on all night. I got to go to work tomorrow. But to me, this is what I am creative. This is my calling. I know my calling. And those that know their calling, you follow it. We can create platforms, but they can shut these platforms down. But we need to make our own platforms somehow that's outside that spectrum. We got to figure that out. We're smarter than that. We could figure that out somehow. Hey, I'll tell you this. I'll be straightforward with you. I'm not that savvy with that. I'm not. I speak, I just go off of what I've been blessed with and my DNA. I just go off of that. And I just push it out. Let us do that. Let's work towards that. I think that's something that we should start making videos about promoting what we could do. That's why I meant about needing our own services. I sent that chat earlier by mistake. Oh, no. I get you, man. I get you 100%. I need to go back to these old chats that you guys have, because I try to go to every chat and talk about it. But you know what? Yeah, we need to get on that. We need to get on that. Let me tell you this. I know you guys are all like this. And I know it's a white thing. I'll tell you this. I can go through my whole day. Start work, wake up, start work. And I go through a lot of things during the day. While I go through my issues during the day, I can lay in my bed and I will replay everything that happened. Everything that happened. I'll push pause, rewind, push play, do all that. And go through my whole day and evaluate my situation on what happened and what I could have done, whatever. I replay everything. I'll dream about it, whatever. And that's what makes me better, because I'm able to step outside and look at my whole day. That's what we do. Am I wrong? We could look at how our day went and think about it and not be whimsical. We're not whimsical. Or we just live another day like it just like a reed being blown in the wind, a leaf being blown in the wind. You're very understandable of how your day went, how people talk, their ideals, their agenda. You know about all that because you think about it and you digest it. And after you get done digesting it, you're able to act on it. That's what I do every night before I go to bed. And tell me, I know you guys would do the same thing. You think about what's going on. You replay everything. And that should be a normal. That should be a normal. I know it sounds crazy, but to those that might not understand, but that's a normal. Because you check yourself on how you act and what you do. I know what I'm created for. And I will not take away from my calling or what I'm created for. I know what I'm to do. Besides my basic work and taking care of my family, but speaking to my people, this is what I am called to do. And I know. And it's not like I'm being boastful. I'm just, hey, this is an urgency. It's what I feel right here. It's not just it's right in my deep chambers of my soul. I gotta let it out. And I know it sparks a fire inside you because you feel the same way. And that's why you're messaging back and forth because you feel the same way. It's just in your DNA, man. It's a genetic thing. And let it spark a fire in you. Let it spark that fire. Because guess what? A lot of us let that fire drop down low. That fire just drops down low. And drop some more oak wood on it. Drop some more oak wood on that. Let's start picking back up. Don't get too relaxed. The time is near. Let it go. Let it go. Let some oxygen hit that fire. Boom! It starts hitting up. That's beautiful. That's great. You start to check yourself. Love who you are. Love your people. Yes. Okay, Davy Boyd. Yes, all white people have to speak up for ourselves and for our brothers and sisters. We've got to stand together. We should be doing that. You're right. You're right. Promotion. White babies. White people having white babies with white men, white women. Promote, promote, promote. That's right, man. These kids that are having with these other people is because it's promoted during the school system. Look at the books. Look at the curriculums. We have to be this other person over here. No, no, no. That's wrong. That's wrong. You know what? Let me tell you this. When I was working for my family company a couple years back, I'll go check out the roof repairs. I go in the library of many schools. They have nothing but books promoting blacks and Mexicans. Like I say, Negroids and mestizos and Mongoloids, Asians. You don't see about whites. It's like their history, like force feeding into your face. And the kids are seeing it. It's like books. It's so weird. It's just crazy. So they're promoting it in the libraries. So that's all they see. I remember telling my wife about this, like quite a few years back. Quite a few years back. Just give me a second real quick. Okay. I remember this. Excuse me. Quite a few years, I was telling my wife about this. I was born in 1979. Check this out. In 1985, I remember going to stores like Thrifties, Scolari's. They have these old stores like in the South. And these old stores. And when you go into the stores, you get like gift cards, like a birthday card or whatever. And all the cards they're all white. All white. It's normal. Like your brain. It's normal. A couple years ago, like 1988, you go to the store and I seen a gift card. Had no, it was 1989. Had a black Santa on it. It freaked me out. I was like, whoa, what is this? That's not Santa. Why do they have that? That's weird. And then years on from there, I questioned my mom about it. My mom was not on the same page as me, but I was like, that's weird. Oh yeah, that's like, yeah, they try to make everybody feel comfortable. Dude, make everybody feel comfortable. What are you talking about, dude? I just make everybody feel comfortable. And she was okay with that. You know what I mean? Okay, make everybody feel comfortable. I felt weird about it. Because when I seen it, it was like, dude, okay, the way I see myself and the way I see my people, I thought that was kind of strange. You go from one medium to another high medium, a crazy medium, not even a medium. It's like up here. It just changed everything. So all the cards change. You got Asians, you got Negroids, you got everybody on there. So you got all the weird shit. You got a Santa Claus with a turban and shit. I don't know, dude. So I'm just speaking my things that I've went through and I've seen. I thought that was kind of weird. So, you know what I mean? You guys would talk about that too. I thought that was kind of weird. You know, you guys might be around my same age, my same grade. Davy Boyd, protecting our children from the self-hatred promoted by the system is crucial. Our children have to understand the importance of their ancestry and the accomplishments of our people throughout history. 100%. 100%. If I was a Negroid or a mestizo or somebody else, I'll say you're a racist. Why would you say that? Yeah. That's the way it plays off. Oh, you want people to care about your history? No. It's only about our history. And that's how they talk. No. What you said is 100% correct. But they want you to think that's racism. They have this complex, this inferiority complex, that they have to say that because they sit on the bench, that they feel so uncomfortable, that they have to deflect. Yeah, it's like a short person that has to get like Lord Farquaad. Okay, you guys watch Shrek? Lord Farquaad? That right there is the definition right there. Lord Farquaad. He hates on everybody else. Motherfucker got to step up and have somebody help him up on his horse. He got some short problem shit. So he hates everybody else. He doesn't love himself. I don't know, you guys get the idea? Yeah. Same shit. That's what these guys do. They don't like themselves. They don't love themselves. And guess what? Hey, we can mix with the Europeans, make our babies look a little more pretty. That's very true. They don't like they love our phenotypes. Eyes, eyebrows, with everything pops up. Come on, man. Hey, we have beautiful. Our women are beautiful. So, hey, mix with them as much as we can, and we can say those are our people. They mix with us as much as they can and say, guess what? These are our people. Your people did not look like that. Your counterpart looks like you. Your counterpart looks like a dude. That's why you're trying to mix with a white woman, because she don't look like a dude. She looks soft and gentle and don't have a crazy looking face. Am I right? You know I'm right. And then if I get a white woman, makes me feel like I'm there right with the white man. Like, hey, bro, I got you, bro. I'm right up here with you. Now I can like rub shoulders with you. Oh, motherfucker. It's natural for us to want our grandchildren to look like. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be pissed. My kids come home. And let's say my daughter goes, hey, my daughter goes like this. Hey, I'm bringing over Tyrone. And I'm pregnant with Tyrone. What? With Tyrone? No. I'm good, bro. No. Good. Ain't no Tyrone. No little Tyrone nigga. Wait, no. We're not doing that here. They already know not to do that. Okay, they should know. That's weird. Come on. Let's get it. Top chat. I like that. Davy Boyd says it's natural for us to want grandchildren to look like us. Yes. That's your I want to go back to that. That's your that's something you look at in the future. When they grow older, they can look back and say, I look like my grandfather. I look like my ancestor. This is my lineage. This is my people. That's beautiful. A lot of people can't do that. And we should not, we should promote and push that. Love your people. Tell your kids, love your people. Because when you don't have that, they will despise you. They have these different mixtures with these other people that do not have our same interests. And nothing's wrong with that. Having our interests at hand. I just want to go back to that chat. Labus Lazuli, culture Marxism has damaged us greatly. We are your white mares whose horn has been severed. Don't throw the white towel in on us. Fight for us. Don't turn your back on us. White men are truly home. Wow, that's pretty hard. I like that. I'll tell you this. We have these small formats. And we have white well-being, or how we are. And I think those that are white, that are watching these channels, that actually believe the things that I'm talking about and know what I'm talking about, and those that have been dropping the chats, and we all think like this, and we think the same, we need to start getting connected. Start getting our videos, chopping the videos up, sending them off, man, get connected. Start blowing it up. Because this is what these Negroids do. They do their hip-hop shit, do all their weird stuff, and they spread it out. We need to start spreading our stuff out. We need to start being more vocal. Because right now, we are just going down. Davy Boy, the system tries to convince us it's evil to keep our bloodline intact. But natural instincts are a strong motivator. Whoa. Yes, 100%. Your natural instinct is, yeah, it is like that. It's just like built in. It's like you're programmed, naturally programmed to be who you are. And it's like when you see something, it's like your brain just shakes. It's like you already know who you are and what your what your mission is and what you are to do, who you are. So when you see something that's not normal, you're like, nope. But then you're looked at as crazy. I don't know. But I like what you said right there. Man, makes a big point. Big point, Davy Boy. It infuriates me to see so-called whites advocates talking shit about our women. We need our women in order to have a future for our people. Without our white women, there can be no white children. "100% true. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. But somehow, the system got into their brain to date or get with these black guys. And they find out it's not what it's all cooked up to be. They get with it because media talks about it. It pushes it. Get with the black guy. Get with the black guy. And it's like cool in high school. You get with the black guy. You feel sorry. It's like you feel sorry for them and you get with them. And that's what happens. And these women, they have kids with them. They're like, fuck, I had a child with them. And then they try to get with a white man. A white man's like, fuck, I don't want to be with you. And it's like, if they get a white man, it's probably a bottom fruit. A bottom fruit with a bottom fruit. Now you got some trash. You know, it just happens like that. But yeah, we promote white women get with white men. But a lot of these white men and white women will get their stuff from the media. TikTok, Instagram is fed in there. Come on, man. You got this lesbian, this homo shit all over the internet. So they see it, they flipping through things. Your mind captures it. That's all you're seeing. You're not getting good information. Your brain is a hard drive. The motherboard that has a hard drive. And you're intaking information. What type of information are you taking in during the day? Are you getting a bunch of bullshit and just goes right here? Okay? And then your motherboard's going, and then you got an external hard drive right here. You got an internal hard drive, and then all this bullshit's come in here, and then you got to empty all that bullshit. But how many people are able to empty all that bullshit that went to their external hard drive, unless that's still right connected? Take it out. Fuck, I got to empty that motherfucker. Lapis Lazuli says, "Do exchange our beaten spirit, lost soul for Asians, natives, blacks, Latinas." I don't even like to say that word, Latinas. They cannot rear their children to love you, respect you, nor claim you. They'll produce an enemy because your women are broken. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. Come on, man. They don't respect you. They see a white woman come into a Mexican restaurant, they don't give a fuck about you. They laugh at you. It's like, hey, man, you got whitey over here. They don't give a shit about you. You know what I mean? Their kids don't care about you. They already grow up to not care about you. Davy Boyd. And feminism are designed to keep white men and white women at odds with each other in order to prevent the birth of white children. They want us to cut ourselves off at the root. And guess what? The funny thing is, Davy Boyd, they laugh about this. Negroids and mestizos, they laugh about this. You guys aren't producing any children. You guys are not doing that. They laugh at that because they can have kids. They can have kids. Come on, man. They don't give a shit. One dies, they don't care. They pretend to care when they die, and they do this whole thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. It's a joke. We all know it's a joke. They know how they raise their kids. They raise them as wild animals, and they do what they do. And, you know, come on, man. It's a joke. It's a joke. I don't know. I could go on and on about it. They don't want us to produce what we have. Because what we produce is going to have logic, common sense. It's going to create systems, civilizations, and promote moving forward. And if we have this mentality, it will take away what's going on right now. If you really look at it. If you really look at it as a whole. We have went far to a corner to where we're kind of like screwed. Because who is the real enemy? People disguise themselves as white, but they're not saying they're white. but they could look like white in a corner. They could look like white in a corner amongst people and mingle in and get in the conversations and play. But we all know and figure out the agenda. Think about it. Symbolism. Think about it. Symbolism. Look at our country. Look at the names of buildings, businesses. Look at it. You all know this. You could go to a business, it'll say McConnell's, or it'll say something Irish or something German. Oh yeah, you could tell that. But you can also tell when something is a Jewish. Look at the symbolism. Look at the wording. Look how it's run. Look at the demographics of everything. Check it out. Yeah, it's very interesting. Our world is so funny. It's like going to a restaurant, going to a German restaurant and eating food, and the people that are making the food are Mexicans. They're not getting German food. Yeah. Come on. Really talk about it. Quit being bullshit. Lapis lazuli. I believe it's the white man that can reverse the Marxist damage upon us, even in the most caveman archaic way. Deep down inside, it's what we truly desire. We want to be conquered. What? Okay. Explain that to me. I believe it's the white man that can reverse this Marxist damage upon us, even in the most caveman archaic way. Deep down inside is what we truly desire. We want to be. What do you mean by we want to be conquered? That's all I want to hear. That. What do you mean? I'm trying to understand that part. Explain that to me. Like, what do you mean we want to be conquered? I want to understand that more. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Interesting. Okay, let me read this again. I believe it's the white man that can reverse this Marxist damage upon us. Even the most caveman archaic way, deep down inside, is what we truly desire. We want to be conquered. Okay. Yes, a white woman does want to be conquered by a white man. Right here. Subconsciously, if you want to look at that. She knows who's ruling, who is the high factor, if you look at it like that. Submissive is beautiful. Let's look at it like that. So I'm looking at that message like that. Tell me if I'm wrong, but that's how I'm looking at that. If I'm reading it wrong or right. Okay. We crave order. We crave a masculine leader, a Godhead. We truly desire to submit to men, white men. It's what really makes us happy, safe, fulfilled, to be submissive. Waters our femininity. Wow, that's beautiful. They want to feel safe. They want to feel taken care of. A woman should feel that way. A white man should give that security for a woman. And that's what we should promote. They shouldn't feel not safe. We should give that to them. That's a good talk right there. That's a whole different level. White women should feel safe with white men. Having a Godhead, a protection, a border. Not feeling weak, not feeling scared. They're protected. We are the Godhead. We are the providers. We are those that go out and do what we have to do every day. Let's be that. And you know, to a lot of people that is hard because we are taught something different. We are taught something different. For the woman to feel, oh, she's independent and she goes off and does something else. That's why you have all these different things where you have OnlyFans and women making these Instagrams and doing all this. You know why? They don't feel secure about themselves. They're not happy. They don't feel like they have any way out. They don't have no covering. A husband is a covering over the wife. The husband is a covering over the family. He is the main protector. He has a high calling. A man has a high calling. A man is the structure. The man is the foundation. The man is everything. That's a very good chat comment that you dropped on there, Lapis. That's a very good chat. And it should check all us men, all of us men, because who we are as men, we should be those protectors. We should give the security, the comfortability, the understanding that we do this. If we can't do this, then we have no reason being a husband or whatever we do. We should promote being the Godhead. I'm not getting into all religion, but I'll tell you this. As a man, you're built with a certain system of being protective, taking care of, defending, and making sure what you do is to your best of your ability. That's, I don't know, it should be embedded in you, inside. I'm gonna go back to these other live chats right here. Let me go back. I know one's gonna go into the other. Davy Boyd. That's another reason they're flooding our countries with these third world populations. Miscongeneration is always at the forefront of the anti-white generation agenda. Yeah, that's another reason they're flooding our countries with these third world population. Misgeneration is always at the forefront of the anti-white agenda. Is giving their own understanding of what they think. We crave order. We crave a masculine leader, Godhead. We truly desire to submit to men. It's what really makes us happy, safe, fulfilled, submissive waters or femininity. Davy Boyd reacts to Lapis Lazuli. Exactly. Feminine submission to male is the natural order. This is why our enemies work so hard to wipe this away, with feminism promoted to our women and promoted to our men. Man, that is 100% correct. 100% correct. This can be fed through our media with all this information that is very unequally yoked. Very wrong. I'm going to tell you that you're independent, you don't need a man. Guess what? You don't need a man. You can go out there and make your money. You don't need a man. Interesting. All right. Very interesting. Even the most obnoxious feminist who maybe has a husband that she runs all over immaculates is not happy and is most likely having an affair with a man who conquers her rebellious feminine spirit. Oh shit. Well, I'm going to reread that again. Even the most obnoxious feminist who maybe has a husband that she runs all over and immaculates is not happy and is most likely having an affair with a man who conquers her rebellious feminine spirit. Oh my God. God. Emasculates. There you go. I was trying to read from your text. That was kind of crazy. Well, you said what you said. That makes a lot of sense, man. That's pretty crazy. God. And those that are watching, here's that. Yeah. They can't do otherwise. They're hardwired to do so throughout the entirety of human history. Yeah. At Davy Boyer, 100%. They are like children acting out and begging for natural order and structure. Yeah, they're acting out. That's all they can do is act out. That's all they can do is act out. Because they don't have no structure. They got to make something else up. To deprive a man of his male role or identity is pure evil. So if you take from a man, from all his attributes and what he does, and tell him no, and you stop him. Stop. Certain men will just stop. They'll shut off. But it's inside you. You have a drive. It's like testosterone. Being a man with certain things is like you have a testosterone inside you. It's like that. You can't stop it. It's like genetics. Same thing. It works all together. A weak man that doesn't have these attributes can't react to a situation and be a certain way if he doesn't have these attributes. Just because you say you're a man, there's levels to being a man. And I talk to my son about this every day. You can say you're a man just because you have all the parts. You have all the parts. You think you're a man. There's levels to being a man. There's integrity. There's confidence. All these different levels of being a man. It takes years to that. And Wendy, when you're an old man, you can say, hey, I've been to all these different levels. I can say, I'm a man. I can't be shaken. I can't be moved. I have wisdom, integrity, confidence, all these things that create you and make you a man. That's what I call a man, is when you're able to be in that state. And there's one guy, I can tell you this. Look him up online. Jared Taylor. That's a real man right there. He's not this crazy bodybuilder or anything like that. He's a man that's right here. Physical and mental. And consciously. That's the real man. Because it took him levels to get to that point. And that's with me talking in that standard of what's a man. So when somebody says, I'm a man, hey, are you able not to be shaken by every situation? Are you able to get up and just go forward? That's a man. You're able to do things and not be shaken from any situation. You're good. You're able to be calm in a situation when it's rough and slow things down. That's real man. That's real man. Exactly. Promoting the notion of toxic masculinity is 100% our evil and diametrically opposed to the natural order. And a bridal woman is a rebellious, disorderly child full of wrong decisions and regret. 100%. Wow. Well, yeah, it's pure evil. Think about it. You have a husband and you act like that. Why even be married? Why even be married? Women need a man's strong hand, guidance. This is why single women destroy children. Men need to step up. You know, it's good to hear this. You know, it's very good to hear this. Because we're not all perfect. And men do need to be harder on their wives. They need to, if they need to be. Regardless of what's going on in life, work or whatever, you still need to be and have the hand and be on your wife. Because your wife looks up to you as the Godhead. Regardless of your situation, you need to be that man. And being a man is a hard role to play. That's a really hard role to play. But do you have that? Do you have it in you? The most determined space for a young boy or girl is a single mother household. The most detrimental space for a young boy or girl is a single mother or household. Yeah. It's going to be detrimental. If you don't have the father, you don't have the mom, it's going to be horrible. Remove the man, you destroy the children. It's like this. You have all these rap artists out here. Guess what they say? It's about my mama. My mama, she raised a gangster. The mama, she raised this. Guess what? You're raising a bunch of feminine men. The father needs to be in the house. It has to be about the father. Fathers are all about getting validation. Good job, son. You did a good job, son. Women are the nurture, man. You're feeding the seed, the plant. The nurture, the validation. You need that. If you don't have that, you're fucked up. But you might be an anomaly where you're just like, you learn it. You just learn it. And you gotta learn it. Sometimes you just gotta like, hey, I don't have this. Hey, I don't have this. I don't have that. Hey, I get that. I understand all that, man. I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning that, man. To be better every day. David Boyd at Lapis Lazuli, yes, and yet we see the promotion of ideas like the strong, independent woman because our enemies hate everything that's pure and natural. Yeah. And the more they promote the strong, independent woman, the woman that thinks she can walk around pretending that she has balls and a cock and just swinging around, act like she could be Betty the Riveter, whatever they call it, like she is doing something. Come on, man. At the end of the day, she knows in her mind, she needs a man. You can play that game all night, all day, how long? At the end of the day, a woman knows when there's an issue, a man can take care of it. And they try to compensate for it, and it always goes bad. Lapis Lazuli, David Boyd, yes. They despise all that is great, all that is beautiful. Remove the man and the woman, and the children morally decay, becoming government, dependence, and ultimately their own weapon. Yeah, becoming the government's weapon. Most definitely the government's weapon. So you have easy tools, they're tools. You have many tools now in your toolbox. These stupid tools that you can utilize and just brainwash. Independent woman. Independent. I'm a strong black woman. Dude, why do you gotta say that? He's trying to compensate. Independent women is a code for a weaponized arm. Yeah, thank you. Because that mind they have done to their own people and created all these little dipshits running around shooting guns like this sideways, like idiots. They don't give a fuck. And they're idiots. An army that is completely dependent and dedicated to destruction of our people. Exactly. Women destroy communities. Lapis Lazuli says women destroy communities. Well, women destroy communities when the men allow it. Look at West Africa, a matriarchal society. Yeah, that's why all you see the Negroids, oh, my mama, oh, my queen, my queen, my queen. Really? Because you're matriarchal. You guys are men that are okay with a woman running shit. White men can't do that. Us white men, we run it. White men have to wake the fuck up and take control of our situation on a personal level, as well as in a broader sense. Oh yeah. But we don't know. But check this out. You could talk to a white woman nowadays, some white women nowadays, that don't have a white sense. And they're just stuck with the mediocrity of our society that's giving them stupid information. So they're going to go with the fucking low ball, the bottom fruit. And they think like that. So they're not going to respect us. When you act as a man, is toxic masculinity. When you're being a regular man, doing basic rules, the man of the house, all that stuff, that's toxic masculinity now. So now they have the stupid shit, which shouldn't even be a word. Look at sports, military, law enforcement, governments, etc. Yeah, our governments, they're pussy. Our military are pussies. All these girls, they can't even push what we push. They can't do half the things that we do. Can I trust a woman to throw us on her shoulder and carry me 150, 250 yards, take me to safety? You got that? Out of what? Come on, man. I might have that one butch that could maybe take me 50 yards. Okay, let's get it. Okay, whatever. But come on, man. Let's talk truth. Everybody wants to play in this little fantasy that we're all the same. We're not all the same. We're not equal. We can't be in that ideal. We're not equal. Let's speak truth. Masculinity is an order and only perceived as toxic when you want chaos. Well, yeah. That's like a Jezebel spirit right there. It's like talking Jezebel. If you want to go biblical, that's like Jezebel, man. It's like, hey, I'll cut off all the prophets, all these people, cut off all these people. Yeah, it's like that shit. Let's get deep into it. I'll cut off all those that have a word, all those that have a good say. Cut them all off. Davy Boyd, a woman will be ruled by masculinity one way or the other. And our enemies know this. Even as they promote the notion of toxic masculinity, there's a reason behind everything they do. Oh, yeah. Very good way of saying that, man. They have these commercials. If it's good for a man, it's good for a woman. What the fuck are you saying? If it's good for a man, it's good for a woman. Or a woman could do this if a man could do it. You know, or look at the commercials. They have a commercial where a man's doing something and a woman ends up doing it better. Like, we're fucking idiots or something. A woman's trying, she asks him to fix something. She goes in there and she fixes it. And she gives him a look like, come on, like we're a fucking idiot. Okay. So they have all these commercials pushing like we're dipshits. Like, oh, babe, you got it, girl. You got it now. It's like, man, check this out. Check this out. When a man goes somewhere and they're like, oh, yeah, your wife told you there. Oh, she got it. Like you're an idiot. Women are separate from us. They want to take your wives and mothers and make them agents of chaos. Yeah. Look at all the commercials from the late 80s, 90s, and 2000s. It shows a man messing up and a woman figuring it out. So you're a fucking idiot. And the husband looks at the wife like you're a dipshit. So like you don't know anything else, dude. Like you go through every day like you don't know nothing. I'm not saying that women don't know nothing, but they're putting you in the spectrum of stuff that men should know what they're doing, and the woman just figures it out without, with you trying, and you just don't get it. It's an ideal. Helen of Troy destroyed an entire civilization. The fall of Troy, yeah. Well, you can look at that. You can look at that too. Fuck. But you got the stupid ass guy too, man. It's two peas in a pod, And those that ran with it, man, it's like, yeah, you got a woman that could bring down a civilization, man, issues. And it's the men that are weak. They're weak after pussy, man. Come on, dude. Be straightforward. They're weak. When men could actually take care and bridle themselves and look at situations and just be like, hey, I gotta be stronger than this. I know a woman's gonna do this. A woman's gonna speak in the ear. If you could be stronger than that, how many men did Helen murder? Well, look at the army that came to fight. You're looking at thousands of people that just fucking died over a fucking bullshit. She didn't have to lay a finger. She just had to be present with what she did. A woman is almost like an app, or a text message, or an email. They could just say one thing, and it creates wars. Very interesting. There's people that die every day because a girl went to a guy and said, hey, this guy tried to hurt me, and she could be lying. And guess what the guy does? Comes up, he ends up getting killed because he's trying to do something and try to be ego-driven and try to protect a girl and dies for some bullshit. Come on. Men, wake up. Use your fucking brain. Look what you're dealing with. Look at the product. Systems are different. Systems are different. People are different. An unbridled woman will steal your children, put you in the ground or in a prison, and still come out as if it was brave and stunning in a modern society. Oh, exactly. A woman could have OnlyFans and make $1 million in like 2 days, and she's called a businesswoman. She's a businesswoman, and now she could talk to you about how to run companies now. She showed her ass and did some stuff on OnlyFans for a couple days, and she made a lot of money. Now she could talk to you about business. Now she knows about finances. Yeah. But a man could break his back for like 25, 30, 40 years, and you say, he put in his work, but I don't think he knows what he's doing. He didn't make as much as this girl did in 2 months or 2 days as OnlyFans, you know. I guess he didn't have a good business mind. You know, she made her money. She did what she had to do. This guy's stupid. He worked hard, not smart. Because she worked smart, not hard. But I think she got pretty hard. Well, she got the guys pretty hard. Fuck. Let's talk about that. Because I could be breaking my back or doing what I do every day. And then you have these people do what they do. Because all these young kids, look at that. The fast money. Let's get it. That's the brain of these people. I make my money today really quick. And when that little drives off and they're not making money no more, what talent of trade do they have? They don't have shit. So what's really working for you? Look at that. What's really working for you? I know I'm going on a whole thing. I'm going on live chat. So I'm just going off what's going on in the chats. But what's really working for you? Do you have a trade? Do you know what you're doing? Do you know how to like make work or create work? What can you do? Are you somebody that just clocks in and clock out? Or do you like create something? Do you make your own thoughts or ideas? Do you think about ideas before you go to bed? What do you do? I don't know. Let's talk about that. It's different. Give me like 2 minutes. You guys talk within yourselves. I like the whole comments. You guys are going back and forth with each other. You guys need to start relating with each other. Start commenting. Start building something up. Let's get it. Go check out the live chats. Man. I really appreciate you guys staying online right here. I really appreciate that. I know you guys got work tomorrow. It's a lot of stuff. But I like to read every chat. I'm going off of iPhone. I don't have my laptop set up. I'm going on live chat. There's no doubt that our women have the potential to be force of complete chaos and unspeakable evil, but it's important to remember that it's our responsibility of our men to keep this check. Dude, that I 100% agree with you, Davey Boyd. 100% agree with you. Man, it's like you're reading my mind, man. Same thing. That's our responsibility. We have to do that. It's accountability to know with our women to be like that. Lapis lazuli. A man had to create our tampon. We couldn't even do that. I'd also argue it was a poor decision as it helped us work out of the home. Yeah. Come on, man. Even down to the tampon. Yeah, you women should have to work out at home. Man should already have that. But the way society is, it forces the woman to work for the prices that they do right now. So it tries to get the woman outside the house. Society, economics, especially in California, to where a man can't feel like a man to take care of his wife, that she has to work or do other things to make things happen. So much has been done to drive women out of the home, anything to achieve the unnatural outcome. Well, it takes from natural order. So if we can take, raise gas prices, raise house prices to $3,000 a month, mortgage and food price, all this stuff. Oh, the woman has to seek out work to help out the husband, to make all this stuff happen. So it makes a man feel like, damn, I can't do this. No, it's issues that are creating this. It puts a stress on the family. It creates arguments. It creates all this stuff. So as men need to be creative outside that spectrum. How are we going to create what we got to do to make more money now? And you have certain women that not be like women that can understand the men of what's going on economically, society-wise, what's going on. I understand that. I know what's going on. Don't be like whimsical or someone that doesn't understand basic economics or how everything's ran. Use logic, you know? I'm speaking to these people. I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to all these other people. They don't get it. It creates women to say, hey, I got to go out here. I'm independent. I do this. And now you have issues. You have issues. We are men. We can figure it out. We have this great computer right here. Use your brain. We can do many things. I really appreciate all you that have dropped your live comments, and I tried to read every one while you guys are, well, I'm on the live chat. I try to answer everyone and to speak on this. I'm going to drop this live chat right now and say thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for being on for this long and dropping your comments. I appreciate you. Davy Boyd, we are ultimately going to have to rebuild our society from the ground up in order to return to our people to a life which embraces the natural order. It's so far gone at this point. We need to start all over. Yeah, we need to start over. And I'm happy that you've been dropping your comments, and they speak volumes. And I can't wait to go back and replay this video and just look through it and through the live chats. You have a lot of input, and I like your input. A lot of good information, and I agree with you. We're going to have to do something as a people to get back to that place. And when I do these live chats, I don't look to complain, but I look to find solutions and figure out what we are going to do. What are we going to do? I want to create formats. I want to be on those formats. I want you all to be on those formats, to be able to talk and not feel uncomfortable and talk about being white and loving who we are and our people. That's it. And I appreciate all you watching, who you are. God bless you. The universe upon you. Good frequencies and all that. I'll tell you this. Good things upon you. When you go to bed tonight, you've been fed with good information, and let it sink inside and let it grow something out. And tomorrow will be a better person. Not just a better person, a better white person, who you are. And when I say white, you know who you are genetically. And that's a good thing, because guess what? You are fearfully and wonderfully created. You are a light set upon a hill that cannot be hidden. You are the salt of the earth. I'm just using basic biblical words and texts. But I'll tell you this, it goes back to the Sumerian text. I could speak different things on that too. And hey, we are a blessed people. We stick out like a sore thumb. We stick out like a sore thumb. We're blessed among imagination. We are given a brain that we use, and we have critical thinking. We have logic and common sense. So I'll leave this with you. Love your people. Take care of your family. Spread the news. Guess what? It's okay being white. It's okay. No fear. We're not docile. We're just giving a courtesy. We're just giving a courtesy. And that courtesy is getting played up. Thanks for the discussion, brother. Have a good one. You too, Davy Boyd. You have a good one, brother. You have a good one. Ava Zazuli, she's most like a boss. Do what a boss do. She got me thinking about getting involved. That's the kind of girl I need. Oh, she got her own thing. That's what I love. Her Miss Independent manipulation. Wow. Is it like a song or something? It sounds kind of stupid. Good night, family. Remember, don't give up on us. Hey, you know what? Hey, we don't give up on our people. But guess what? We don't complain. We find solutions. We're not the victim. We're not those that sit on benches. We're those that always been the forefront, and we create civilizations. Come on, let's get it. It's late. I'm about to fall asleep. I love you all. Be blessed. Let's get it.